at the AQS Paducah Quilt Week, and we're here with Cherrie Hampton today, and her quilt took first place in the small wall quilts first entry category. Thank you for being here with us today, Cherrie. Now, I understand Oklahoma has lots of windmills. Can you tell us what inspired you to make this quilt?
Well, actually, it was not only the windmills, but also the wind, of course, because that's Oklahoma, and it was the birds. The scissortail flycatcher is an Oklahoma state bird, and I have always been interested in that bird, and so it just grew from that.
Now tell us what's unique about these birds.
The scissortail flycatcher, as the state bird, is a particularly pretty bird, but it has a sweet little voice, where that's how I got the idea of wind song. And they catch flies around their house, so they're a wonderful bird to have around. And they have really long tails that are very white and very black. And they form a scissor type action while they're flying.
Well, thank you for that little bit of history about that. Now, the first thing I want to ask about, the fabrics and the fading and the shading that you did here in this windmill is so realistic looking. Can you tell us how you did this?
Well, it's a hand-dyed fabric that I've put it on. The shading in the windmill veins is done mostly with different fabrics. There are as many as 8 fabrics in some of these veins because it needed that variety of color. The veins were very rusted on this windmill, and so this is really pretty much the way this windmill looked.
Another thing, when you get close up, I didn't even notice it right away, was the way you quilted in the wind. I mean, you can actually see, you can almost feel the movement here.
I'm glad you can. I hoped you would be able to. I thought the wind needed to be represented here some way, but I couldn't figure out a way, and I spent a lot of time looking through books and ideas, and I found some concepts that I thought worked well by using invisible thread.
Very, very nice. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about this quilt?
I am thrilled to have it here.
Well, absolutely. We're thrilled
that
to
is
have
what
it in your quilt.
And I'm glad to be able to represent my home state.
Yes, absolutely. Now, since you took first place in the first time entry in a Paducah show, what would you say to people who might be hesitant to enter an AQS show? They might think, oh, I'm not sure if my work's good enough. What would you say to them?
Me too. You just never know. I've had a lot of friends who are very supportive, but I was unsure as to whether or not I could even enter. And I've got to tell you, I am so impressed that I won with these other quilts.
Your quilt is fabulous.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
But always try. It can't hurt.
Absolutely.
Nobody's going to know. They're not going to put a big AQS on your front door, minus.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.